Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Carrie and today we're doing part 2 of my The Basket Under the Deck series. Part 2 and last part. So today I'm going over some tarot decks that I haven't modified and oracle decks. I think all unmodified. All unmodified. But I did forget one modified deck. I was playing with it. I even did a pairing with this and the Lost. But I also did a pairing with the Morgan Greer and Lost, and I played with it and I enjoyed it for a few days, and then I'm done with it. The Cozy Witch tarot deck, I just don't know what to do because I did modify it and cut off the key phrases that were at the bottom. They just didn't work for me. I don't need the Four Pentacles to tell me to go buy another deck of cards. So I really like the way it turned out. I don't know if anybody else would like it and want it. But again, it's a deck. If I decide, it's so cute. If I decide that I'm going to bring it to the deck swap, then I would just give it away. I do like it. I do like it. I just feel none of these real witchy decks, like cutie witchy, I think they're cute. I love all the different bodies. I know it seems a little young, but I can really visualize some of them as older. It's a great deck. I just think somebody else will like it more. That one is so beautiful. But I'm not ready just yet, but it's probably going to be leaving soon if someone wants it. I have the box somewhere too. And all I did was re-corner round. I don't even know that I corner rounded this. I think I left it the way it was, even though my bottoms might not exactly match. So yeah, all I did was take off that bottom. Anyway, gosh, that's heaven. I love a good Nine of Pentacles. That's a good one. Okay, now on to ones that are definitely going. I haven't modified. The Inner Voice, a tarot deck of affirmations. I really like these affirmations. I do not like the design. So two of mine, Two of Swords. You get a couple keywords and a really nice affirmation. If the colors, I don't know, the red. I like what the deck has to say. The design of it is just not my favorite. I envision new possibilities. The light of my being dispels all shadow. I turn my dreams into reality. It's good stuff, but someone else can use it. This deck I bought on a whim. I was at the used bookstore that also sells new books. So this was new. And I'm like, oh, I like it. I do like it. I really like the people. This black, though, it's like spirit, the universe wrapping around you. I don't love that part. And I don't love the court cards aren't really that distinguishable. You know, it's not great cardstock. I basically came home, looked at it, and was like, oh, how could I use this? And, like, it was already like, I'm not going to use this as a tarot deck. I really like the concept, though. And the Pentacles. Where are you, Pentacles? Oh, did I have it in order? I did have it in order. Well, I do not know. just like muddy. I do like the pentacles though. I like these pips. And this one's going. Journey Tarot. There is nothing wrong with this deck. I don't use it. Whoop. It is the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. They all make me smile. It reads well. It's fun. Like the Great Choice. Come on. Like the Seven of Pentacles. So I don't know. I keep saying that. Maybe. Who was I watching? I have to try to figure it out. I hadn't seen her before, and she was doing her deck collection and talked about her basket case. And I guess there are decks where she's, you know, maybe likes 10 of the cards or whatever. I believe this is true. I'm not 100%. And she throws them in this basket. And that big basket, she's like, that's my most used deck. It's just a big basket of all the cards. Lots of cards from different decks. So I don't know. I like that idea. But I also like the idea of somebody getting to use this that would really love it. So it just freaks me out. I want this. Most of them don't freak me out, but the ones that should, they should just be thicker. I guess. I know they had a limited amount of people, I think, when they made the deck. But I do have the box for this as well. I don't think I'm ready to bring it to the next deck swap, but if somebody said they wanted it, I would probably bring it to them. This poor deck, I really like it. It's beautiful. It is the Aaron Berg Tarot. It's just one I don't use. I use it. It's in order because I use it when I'm modifying a different deck, and I'll lay all of these out and then put the cards on top of them if I'm, like, you know, changing their order like I did with the Hush Tarot. I love the close-upness of it. It's not a terrible cardstock. It's not too thick of a deck. I really love the design. Look at the nice bag I made it. But I just don't use it. The times I have pulled it out to read with it, it reads great. No issues. Love that death card. These guys are always like, get your shit together. Like, I like it. Like, I have nothing negative to say other than I just don't use it. I love this knight. I love her. Not my favorite, but it's okay. Oh, not quite in order. Love it. Not my favorite. Yep, so I think if somebody else wants it, again, I have the box. They can have it. All right, this one makes me sad. I don't want to give it away. I want to use the deck, but I just can't take the tactile experience with this one. The Phantomwise Tarot. Love the art. It was like my first black and white deck. I just don't, I mean no disrespect. I just don't like it. If this was reprinted, I would probably get it. Reprinted on a better cardstock, not the same one. I just love it. It's so sweet. Someone, when I was like, oh, I don't know if I want this deck, someone had left a comment on a video and they said, you know, if you read Aaron's book, then you would want the deck. And I read the book and listened to the book. I really enjoyed it. I do want the deck. I just want the deck to be on different cardstock. Yeah, I really like it. You know, some are pippier than others, but I don't mind them at all. They're so cute. When I got Terra Botanical, that's it. And that is a black and white plant and pip deck. I pulled this out of the basket and was like, oh my gosh, found something that I finally want to use it so much that I'll get over the cardstock, but I didn't get over the cardstock. So sweet. So, yeah. If this was reprinted, I don't know about it. This was copyright 2022. So cute. I love this 10. Oh, I love this star. That is one of my favorite stars. Very Alice. Great Death. So there, I don't think there's anything wrong. Oh, I love this 5 of Cups. There's nothing wrong with this deck other than the cardstock. That is the only thing. But it is so much not something I like. That somebody else can love it. All right. This is my second copy of this deck, which was really my first copy of the deck. I modified it. I thought it was hard to shuffle, and I thought if I made it smaller, it would be better. Of course, this is Midnight Magic by Sarah Richard. Again, I have the deck. I now pair it with the other deck that she illustrated and the Broccoli Magazine Mushroom Oracle. The Green Witch, right? She illustrated that one. So I like those together. But I hated my trim job so much. I did a good job. It just didn't make it easier to shuffle. And it very much bows diagonally. And I think it's worse in this one than it is in my full-size one, the second one I bought. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have oysters tonight. We're gonna have oysters and well, 2 different kinds of oysters basically. I'm making pesto. It's gonna be so good. I got everything done I needed to. I love this turkey tail Hierophant. My husband and I were taking our first foraging class at a community college. And we met the person who teaches the foraging class at one of the farmers markets we went to. And she's a forager. She's a farmer. Like, she just knows her plants and her fungi. She also taught the class to get certified to sell to restaurants. I can't remember how many different states, but it was a bunch of different states on the East Coast that if you got certified, you could forage for mushrooms and sell them. If you don't have that certification, you should not be. You could forage for yourself, but you can't like sell them to a restaurant. And the first class we took wasn't about mushrooms, but we were out looking around in the forest, and my husband found turkey tail, and she explained to us how this was being used to treat cancer and all about Paul Stamets, and we learned about Paul Stamets at that time and deep dive into fungi. So yeah, I found my first ever morels on the AT. This was a magic moment. I was not looking for morels. I wasn't thinking about morels. I was not thinking about anything except how many miles I had to hike that day and how many more feet of inclination of ascent I had. And I was just like with my trekking poles, marching, heavy breathing, and a voice said, but it wasn't a voice. It was me interpreting it, but I had this feeling that was immediately interpreted into put your eyes on. That's all. It was put your eyes on. And I knew it was morels. I just knew it. 20 feet, 20 steps later, I found my first morel. There's magic all over the trail, but that was one of the most magic days. It was my last week of hiking on the trail, and a voice said, put your eyes on. It was great. Anyway, I love the deck. Nothing wrong with it other than it wasn't easier to shuffle after I trimmed it. So, this deck, I have the box for it. Nothing wrong with it. Love it. I have the mini, and the mini is enough for me. I love this too. So this is, where's the book? Oh my gosh. Santa Muerta? Is that it? I will look it up. I just love skeletons. I love our bones so much. And so many of these are well depicted. This one I shared with my husband. I'm like, what do you think this means? And he's like, oh, I could read these cards. So I really enjoy it. Actually, I can see the bigger one easier. Okay. I think what I'm really going to do with this is take this out of the basket under the couch and play with it this season, this autumn season, and see how I feel about it. That sounds like a better idea because I do love them and they are easier to see in the bigger cards. This one, another great card. This card, when I was using the mini deck, I was using the mini deck on the AT for a little bit. And to me, because my feet hurt all the time, and the card was just like, every step is going to continue to hurt. I'm so sorry. But you have the choice to stop if you want to. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play with this this season, and we'll see. Look at that. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Yay, we're getting out of the basket, at least for vacation. There we go. Boop. Cool. All right, one more tarot deck. Two more tarot decks. Okay, this one, I legit only purchased this tarot deck because of the Dame Darcy thing. I really like Dame Darcy. I got her mermaid deck, and then I learned that there were many cards that were initially, not the deck I have, not the version I had, but the first edition had a lot of cards that were very much exactly the pictures in this deck, just drawn differently in a way I like more. But I literally bought this only because I felt guilty about that one. And that is all. Covering up things. Okay, so that one could go. Spirit Song by Paulina Faye. I love these two pictures. I love this colorization, but that is not the colorization in the deck. I love it. I want to love it. It is beautiful. I thought about painting them to make them richer in color, but my old eyes just, if I look through it again, I change my mind, but it never makes it out of the basket. I think it's beautiful. I just need to be able to see the details more, and that I don't get. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the choices of animals. I love the keywords. Some of them are a little, I think, repetitive maybe, but for the most part, I think this is a really good deck for someone who just wants to learn tarot and have keywords right on it. Like, I think it's great. I just, where are these cards? Did I pass it already? There we go. Okay. And this is what I mean. This is the box. This is what I saw in the store. And this is the card. They are not the same. This is the book. It's just not the same. So, I think I want it to work, but it just doesn't work. So, this one is ready to go. All right. This one, the fact that I already went downstairs and got the box, I really like it. I use the Hedge Witch Botanical. This one's fine. Some of the animals, I just feel their eyes creep me out a little bit, so it doesn't work for me. I love this. Perfect. I love the depiction, love the keyword. Crab, defend, sounds great. Crane, watchfulness, okay. Oh, look at the dog. It's like somebody's yelling at him. Bud. Nope. Okay, so, yep. Hedge Witch Botanical, not going anywhere. But this one can go. This one is Creative Consciousness Healing. I had a moment of, oh my gosh, did I ever hit record? Creative Consciousness Healing Oracle for Self-Healing and Self-Care. It is by Joanna Wright. It's beautiful, and I really like it. I used it last year in my monthly envelopes, and I played with it some before I did that. I think it's beautiful. I like a lot of the activities, the recommendations for each card to do. Like there's, guided visuals, meditations for you to help work some of this out. Really nice. Adorable. Love the purples. Really beautiful. I used it, and now someone else can. Okay. I have 2 botanicals. Nothing wrong with this deck. It's great. I used it a ton. But now that I have the full size, what's it called? It's tucked away. Herbal Astrology. Now that I have the full size Herbal Astrology, I think anytime I would have used this, I'm going to use that, honestly. So I have a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of herbal decks. So, they are very clear. They're really good visuals of the plant, though. Okay. All right. I take it back. This one probably isn't going yet. Oops, sorry. Shiny. My chamomile. Just like this. I have little seedlings. Months and months of being little seedlings. Yeah, I might want to keep it just to have as another reference for, you know, I do like making copies of these and putting it in my herbalism notebooks when I'm talking about these plants. So I don't know. All right, that one's unsure. This one I never use. I think it's beautiful. I just never use it. I do have the box somewhere. I really love the keywords, and I do like a lot of them. But some of them just make me think how much it would itch to wear it. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm good with passing this one on. Beautiful though. Really well done. Okay, 4 more decks. The Chicoli Oracle. I love the tarot. I was gonna Lisa Papez this and put keywords on it, and I was sitting down. I started writing down. I wrote down, you know, there's 32 cards, so I wrote down 1 through 32 and left space for me to come up with like maybe keywords I would want to possibly add to the cards. And so many of them, I couldn't think of different ones, and then I thought, do I really need to do this? The tarot doesn't creep me out anymore. It did at first, but some of these still creep me out a little bit. So like there's a couple like this. I don't know how I would, I don't know. Now, this one, this might be one where I just pull a couple of the cards that I really like out and save. I don't know. But I'm not going to use it as an oracle. That one creeps me out. Okay. Nope. I'm changing my mind right here and now. I'm going to pass it on. That could go to deck swap. The Archetypes cards by Carolyn Mice. 80 cards. I have other archetype decks. I do not understand why is this the picture? Why is this the picture on the back? I don't get it. I like the archetypes. I like that you get a light and shadow attributes, but I don't really like looking at it. So, yeah, this is something I am ready to pass on. Messages from the Ancestors Oracle cards by Dr. Stephen Farmer. I just got a Stephen Farmer deck. The artwork is so different because he uses artwork and gives everybody credit at the end, right? Yeah, he gets all this artwork. So it's not really cohesive that way. I like these like archetypes and the keywords. I used this really, I used it as an oracle deck a couple of times, but really I kept the grandfather and grandmother cards on my altar space. And I think that's not enough for somebody else could use the deck. So we're going to pass that on. And last but not least, I had such a great reading, like a really magical, I was like, I don't know, should I do this thing? I was about building a fire pit. I'd gotten all the things to build my fire pit. This was a couple years ago. And I'm like, I don't know, should I do it? How should I do it? Blah, 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 blah. And I pulled this deck and Druidcraft, and it was basically just build the frickin' fire ring already. So I thought because of that reading, I would never get rid of this, but I don't know. I guess that's not enough. It's very, there's lots of kind of dark cards. It's just not something I'm ever pulling. I am looking at other earth really based practices and stuff. But this one's, I'm ready for someone else to love this because I do think it's really pretty. This is the one. It looks like a fire ring. And in Druidcraft, the Wheel of Fortune, she's like drawing out a circle on the ground. Like, just start by making your circle. And then it was like the Four of Wands, right? It was all fire circle. Just make the circle. But maybe somebody else can get some wisdom and magic from this deck as well. All right, so ones I'm ready for sure to move on and willing to take to a deck swap / giveaway. Not you. Not you. Not you. Yes, you. You. Can't look at that one. If somebody wanted that one, they get it for free. This one. This one. This one. This one and this one. Okay, so that's a lot. And then I'm rethinking this one because I may want to keep it just as like art cards for notes. I'm going to play with the, I can't remember the name of it. Santa Muerta. Yeah. And then Cozy Witch. That can go. What is this called? Curious Creatures. Curious Creatures is going to stay. The Bones deck is going to stay. And the Magical Herb is going to stay. And of course, ones I went over the other day, my trimmed Green Witch and my trimmed Anna Kay. Not ready to give those away, but all the other decks, these are going. So that feels really good. All right, everyone. I am going to put these back in the basket for now because I need to go make some pesto and then spend some time with my husband because I leave for my trip really, really soon. I packed a bunch of cards into a bag, not to come out on trail with me, but for the car camping days. Yeah, I have some cards to play with. So maybe I will film another video. We shall see. If not, everyone, have a great September. See you. Bye.